Hello, hello, hi, folks. Welcome. Happy Friday. In hopes that you squeezed more out of your day than the day squeezed out of you. Welcome. Good to see ya. I know it's a little late. Actually, it's a lot late. It's almost midnight. Not quite. But I've been doing some stuff. I've been writing, I've been reading, I've been thinking, I've been doing a lot of stuff today. And it all comes down to Ray again. Um, Ray Higdon is having his event this weekend, or yesterday, today, and tomorrow. And today, it was an interesting day of for the event. First of all, he went way over, which is awesome. He always over delivers. It seems like, and I want to learn from that. But today, man, it was just. There's so many things I want to talk about today, but I don't want to bring it all up. I just want to talk about one thing, though. You know, when we think that they don't have it, when we could look closely and get in, they too have it. What does that mean? Like, what am I even talking about, right? So today, Jessica Hegden, Ray's wife, was sharing a story about her mom. And, it's interesting because you look at the wealthy, you look at the rich, right? And sometimes you don't think that they have issues, like normal issues, like regular human issues, you know what I mean? Regular middle class problems, like I would say, right? Sometimes we don't think about that. Sometimes we think that they're superheroes or they're invincible. They just can't be touched, right? And it's not like that. Was so powerful today when she was sharing about her mom. I don't want to talk a whole lot about her mom, but just I'll give you a couple of things. But you think Ray and Jessica Higdon, established and well said as they are, they wouldn't have like regular issues, right? And then you look at not just them. You look at somebody else who's wealthy and said, and you learn about something that is going on in their lives, and you're thinking, really, they're going through that? So Jessica was sharing today about her mom, how her mom, first of all, she passed in April, I think in April or May, March, April, May, something like that. But the point is that now she can talk about this. Her mom was a hoarder. Like, pretty bad. Now, you think that because of how they live, right, they wouldn't have issues like that. But then they do. So sometimes we make this wealth or success or this rank or you know I don't know, whatever it is for you. Sometimes we make that so inaccessible. We sometimes we put it way out there, far out there, and we feel like, oh, we're never gonna get that. Like, I'd never get that, right? And why? Because you think, well, that guy that has that or that gal that has that, they're superheroes. They're superhuman. They're not human. They don't have like regular issues. They don't understand not being able to um, buy groceries or buy food, or not to have a car, or but you know what? They do. Most of them, that's where they come from. But we think, okay, maybe that's where they came from, but that's it. They're not going to go through that again. They're not going to go through that stuff because now they're wealthy or they're rich, what have you. But then you get into their lives and you're like, has nothing to do with that. Has nothing to do with the fact that they're wealthy or rich or not, or, you know, they go through everything else that you and I go through. And that's so important. That's being able to humble yourself enough to be able to relate to others, to tell your story so that, other people can resonate with you, right? And I think it's so important. Oh my God, it's so important that we are more transparent about our stories, about our lives, about how we have lived, how we possibly live now. I think it's important to be more transparent, you know. And I think that the whole thing is in the transparency. The message is in the transparency. That's what I learned today. When Jessica was talking about her mom, and, you know, most of the audience, including me, were all crying. Um, the transparency is what's effective. Is the key component to having people resonate with you. I love that today. I thought maybe for the first, maybe second time, um, for sure first time. Well, yeah, there may have been another time, but for sure today, I really connected with her. With not that I have that problem or I've had that problem or anything like that, but just her transparency and just being able to share that story and just being open about it. I love that, right? Because it shows that they're not superhuman, that they're not, in Rocky 4. That's funny. I bring up Rocky. In Rocky 4, there's a part that when Rocky is fighting the Russian guy. Well, everybody's telling him that, listen, this is not a good idea, right? So at one point, he hits him. I think it's around, I want to say, I should know this. I want to say the round 3 or round 6, but he cuts him, right? He cuts the Russian guy, and then when he comes back to his corner, his coach tells him, "You see, you cut him. He's not a machine. He's a man." And I think sometimes we forget that the super successful, are not human. They're machine. And we are so not able to reach them. But that's not true. Not true. These boys and girls, these guys, these gals, they're real human, and they go through real issues. Their kids get sick. They get sick. And they have issues. They have all kinds of issues. You know, Jessica, for example, would you ever have thought that her mom would be a hoarder? No. I, I, I mean, it blew my mind. So instead of putting success, not the people, instead of putting success on this high pedestal and not be able to reach it, um, maybe you should just bring it right here in front of you so that you can reach it. I love that. I think being transparent is the key. Like I said, I think it's the key component in communication and gaining trust. Without being transparent, you're playing games. You're really risking losing your audience, losing the person in front of you, you know, because they may not feel that you're authentic, right? So being transparent is important, and no matter where you are on your journey to the top, there's always somebody below you, under you, that is looking up to you. So be transparent and be real, and show that you also have issues and you do deal with problems and you do have cancellations and you do have this and you do have that, whatever it may be, right? So don't set yourself up to be this untouchable person, that you're this superhuman and nobody else can touch you. No bueno. So everybody's got issues. Like I've talked about this so many times. Everybody's got issues. The successful people have regular issues. You and I have regular issues. There's no category for the successful. You know, it's not like you don't get this, but you get this. There's no such thing. They get sick. They get ill. Like I said, their kids get sick. They lose people in their families. They lose friends and even family. So I want you to think about that. Everybody has got issues. And, you know, again, the successful are not out of reach. They're telling you, they're telling us their stories. They're telling us how they paved the road for themselves. All we got to do is duplicate, listen, and implement. Hopefully you guys got some love, some inspiration, some value from this live. I appreciate you guys. And drop your thoughts, your comments below. Let this feed grow. And until tomorrow, when we do it all over again. Much love.